She is a woman whose life work has been dedicated to lifting others up. From founding the Queens African American Literature and Art Club, to giving young girls a space to heal and to grow, to fostering more than 60 children over 19 years, to creating innovative mental health respite care through her Hands-On Haven Inc. and her Hands-On Services business. Her impact on Fort Wayne is nothing short of remarkable. She is a proud member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, a community leader, and a tireless advocate for youth and families. She embodies the very spirit and service of resilience. This year, through submission and voting, she has won the title Wayne 15's Remarkable Woman of the Year. And she is here with me, Regenia Frison Jones. I'm so thrilled to have her, in addition to the person who nominated her, Sheila Curry. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
We're great.
Good. Well, it's so good to have you here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On your big win. This is so exciting. Yes. Okay. So I want to start just from where you are right now. There's so much that I want to cover with you because I know that you've had such a remarkable career. But talk about where you are right now. What is your specialty and what is it that you offer through entrepreneurship?
Well, I am a businesswoman and a co-founder of 3 organizations here in Fort Wayne. My first organization was founded in 2018, and it's a social service agency geared around community-based services. So we service youth as well as their caregiver, and we provide 3 services. Those services is habilitation services, which is just skill training. Some youth struggle with appropriate communication skills, peer relation, self-regulation, mindfulness skills. So we work with them in those areas. We also provide wraparound services to their caregivers, whether that's a parent, a biological parent, an aunt, a grandma. We do services for them as well. We focus on parenting skills, helping them understand their child's diagnoses, community resources, and we provide day respite on that side of the business. So that's our community-based social service agency. In 2022, we wanted to do something for the caregivers. So we opened up a mental health respite home, focusing on giving caregivers an opportunity to emotionally recharge, take care of themselves, self-care. We promote self-care. So youth can come to our facility. They can stay up to 14 days, or they can just come on the weekend. That way their caregivers can focus on their self.
Yes, and it's incredible to have so many different entities to give back to the community in a service way, right? It sounds like that's been the foundation of your career, service, service, service. And thinking about how much you've given to our youth, I want to know where that began. What is the foundation of deciding, you know, I want to create these programs, these organizations, and volunteer for so many different boards that you have served on, all as an advocate to our youth?
I strongly believe that youth is our future. I strongly believe in mentorship, and I strongly believe in exposing youth outside of their environment. I grew up very poor. We lacked resources. At age 14, I got in trouble, and I went to girls' school for about 8 months. And from that experience, I've never shared that experience with anyone, but I think it's important because it gives everyone an opportunity to know that you're not your circumstances. But it was people in girls' school that really impacted my life. You know, I seen situations, you think you're in a bad situation, but I seen young people that was my age that was, they had done some pretty horrible things. They were living in horrible situations. And I think from that experience, it shaped my life. And moving on, my first career job was at Whittington Homes and Services. And I was young. I was in my early 20s. That was a transitional living program for teen moms. And we had a lot of youth from Gary, Indiana. I had some phenomenal bosses that helped me, put me through school, got tutoring for me, helped me elevate my career, believed in me, gave me positions that I did not have education for, but they believed in me. So you have to pass that forward, right? You have to instill and invest in other people.
Yeah.
It makes you feel good. And you know, I have young people come back from 15, 20 years ago. They didn't want to hear what I had to say then,
Right.
but they come back and they say, I heard you. They're doing well now. They have children of their own.
Yeah.
That is, for me, when I leave this earth, that's how I want to be remembered, as having impact.
Right. Yes.
That's all that matters.
Yes, it is. And like you said, passing it forward because you were given those opportunities and that leadership. And so you created these youth organizations so that you could give that leadership to these individuals. And I love that you can see the fruits of that labor and the impact with the youth coming back. But that leads me to have to ask you, 60 kids that you have fostered in 19 years is not only remarkable, it's phenomenal. Talk to me about how you even decided to get into fostering and what was that experience like for you?
I actually, my husband and I, we became foster parents because my mother had asked. A relative of mine, which was my brother, his children had gotten in the system, and we didn't know how that was going to turn out, and my mom asked me if I would get licensed. However, it turned out great. My brother, he was able to get his own children, but I kept my license. So I also, at that current time, I worked for Whittington Homes and Services, and I was doing licensing for foster parents as well. So kept those licenses. Maybe about a couple months later, I got a call from DCS, and they had 3 little girls and wanted to know if I would take the little girls just for a couple of weeks. Turned out the young ladies was a previous client of mine at Whittington Homes and Services.
Oh, wow.
And those were her children. So I took those children. It wasn't 3, it was 2. I've had so many. That my first, it was 2. It was 2. So I actually ended up having them for a very long time, almost adopted them. So that's where my journey began.
Wow.
And it has been a wonderful journey. We have retired now, but the impact of fostering, being able to expose those young people out of their environment. My husband and I have always been intentional about having them travel with us, going on family vacations, doing things in the community, connecting them to the community, and also inviting their parents, because the goal is reunification, hopefully. So I do not regret that journey.
Yes, and you're a mother as well. So you have integrated foster kids into your own family yourself.
I have.
And what type of impact have you seen on your children? And what would you say the biggest takeaway from fostering, the biggest experience and takeaway for you personally have been?
I think the big takeaway is knowing that I was able, my husband, I, and my family, to provide a safe space for these young people who was in the system. It's devastating being removed from their family. No matter what the circumstances are, they love their family. And to be removed and just being able to provide that safe space for them, that's the biggest takeaway. And I think the biggest takeaway that I am proud of for my children has been that they have learned empathy, empathy for others. So being in the midst of that, you know, watching us be foster parents, it wasn't always pretty for them because they didn't want to share their parents. But through that journey, I think they have become beautiful human beings who care about others.
Yeah, that is wonderful. Okay, Sheila, I have to bring you into this conversation because you actually started this process of Regenia becoming a remarkable woman because you submitted her. You submitted that application, and I have a little bit of it, and I just wanted to highlight a few things that you wrote. And you put that Ms. Jones amplified the voices of vulnerable youth and advocated tirelessly for their well-being, that she has introduced a vital resource for caregivers while fostering a safe and empowering environment for children, and that she continues to inspire and uplift the Fort Wayne community. So talk to me about why you submitted her.
Because she's remarkable.
Yeah.
She's a remarkable woman. I think until the end of the year, or I'm not sure how long, but
Forever.
yes, forever. She has her star to prove it, so she has the receipts. But Regenia's been just a dear friend, and she's done the work. Not only taught the talk, but she actually does the work. And so I'm one of her biggest fans. I think a lot of times we walk by folks and we don't give them their flowers. This was a great opportunity for me to give her flowers. Just well deserved, just all the work that she has done. And yeah, she's remarkable.
Yeah,
Thank you.
love that. I love that. And what was the experience like when you first learned? Like, you know, we want to know just behind the scenes. We want to know, you know, how were you surprised? When did you first learn that you were nominated first before you actually learned that you won?
I didn't know I was nominated.
Okay.
So my sorority sister called me up and wanted to know if she could lease the facility, the respite home.
Okay.
She was going to be having a workshop there. I said, okay, sure. So my husband, on the day of, we got up that morning and he was taking me out to lunch. He said we were going to go out to lunch. So he said he had to stop by the respite home first. So we stopped by the respite home and I seen a few cars there. I wasn't alarmed because I knew my sorority sister, Tawana, was having a workshop at the respite home. So he gets out and he goes in and then he comes back out and he said, Tawana said, come in. And then all the cameras was in my face.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, is this real? What's going on?
Wow.
So I am a hard person to surprise and I was definitely surprised.
Okay, and that was nomination.
That was nomination, yes.
Okay, so now let's talk about when you found out that you won, because there were several applicants. I mean, we had so many submissions. So being the number one is a big deal.
I couldn't believe it. I still need pinched to this day. When I got the call from you all, I just couldn't believe that I actually won.
Yeah.
And then when I was told how many candidates, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
little Miss Regenia Frison Jones from Selma, Alabama.
Yes, and you have this beautiful star to commemorate it and to always remember how remarkable you are. And a part of the process was being able to take a trip to
Yes.
Los Angeles for this big award show presentation. Talk to me about that experience, being able to travel, because you were going and you were in the room of all the remarkable women that were nominated throughout all the Next Star television stations.
125 remarkable women.
Yeah.
From across the world.
Yes.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. So I did not know what to expect, had no idea it was this big a deal.
Yeah.
So I got off the plane, I got my luggage. Once I walked out of that door, celebrity status set in. I had a Suburban waiting for me. He knew my name. He knew it was a big deal. So there were some other women there that was remarkable women at the airport too. I tried to invite them in my car. He said, no, they have their own car.
Okay, yes.
I was like, did I think I was Oprah Winfrey?
Yes, yes.
So from the time from the airport to the experience walking in the hotel, there was signs, there was people there from Next Star Media to greet you. This was a big deal.
Yeah.
That night we had poolside reception. We had a famous DJ. I think her name was Miss Ninja.
Okay.
She's worked with Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Wow.
It was a big deal. It was a big deal. And at that point, I knew I wanted to make it a point to meet at least 50 other women.
Yeah.
So I had my little notepad. I went up to women because I was in the room with greatness.
Yes.
And it was just, it wasn't even about me no more. It was about celebrating everyone.
Yeah.
You know, including myself, but it was just a wonderful experience to be intentional about meeting other women, learning their stories, just leaning into everything.
Yes.
And it was an out-of-body experience because I was like, am I here? Is this really happening? It was a big deal. It
And
was
she took us
really,
along the
really a
way
big
with her
deal.
on social media, a lot
Yes.
of her posts. So we were able to see you get
Yes.
ready to go. We saw you while you were there.
Yeah.
So that was good for me to be able to follow you and just enjoy the moment with you. So that was really neat.
I wanted to take Fort Wayne alone on this journey because these are my roots as well. And I wanted everyone to see that it can happen.
Yes.
It can happen.
Yes.
You know, we're great in our own way, but to be recognized nationally like that, it didn't even matter if I won the $25,000 because I had already won.
Yes.
Just being in that space. So we went on a tour. We had a double-deck bus tour, all the famous spots in Hollywood. We went to Warner Brothers, and I got to go on the Jennifer Hudson show.
Yes.
Down the Spirit Tunnel.
Yes.
You were in quite a few of the videos too. I mean, a lot of the videos, the promo stuff. There's Regina over and over again. I think you were in probably about 4 or 5 of those promos.
Several.
Yeah.
That's
So-
so full. That's people's dreams to be able
Yes.
to dance down her spirit tunnel and
Yes.
experience being on that talk show. How incredible! And you were
And
there
I-
representing Fort Wayne.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
Yes.
represented. I said Fort Wayne's name, so it was just an honor to
Yes.
represent my city. And the Jennifer Hudson show that day, it was exclusive to the remarkable women.
Yeah.
So it was just wonderful. And this star here, this is Hollywood Chamber of Commerce has authenticated this star. This is just like the stars that cemented in Hollywood. I will forever be grateful for the recognition.
So awesome. Well, honor well deserved. Congratulations to you for being our 2025 Remarkable Woman. Again, this is a forever title. And we appreciate the work and the service that you have done for so many years in this community. So I'm so excited that you were able to be recognized.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you'd like more information about the Wayne 15 Remarkable Woman, we have information located on our website. Just visit wayne.com, and I'll see you after the break.